This is the Mr. Shady Show. I'm Mr. Shady, throwing shade wherever I go. Watch out, because you might be next. And today, just like we promised, we are going to talk about Scream 5 or Scream 2020.
Finally!
I am here with
Pinky, Pinky, and I'm so
Irrelevant, who is another Scream fan just like me.
Mm-hmm.
So we are going to talk about.
And we're doing a pizza mukbang.
I just can't wear her sometimes. So today we are going to talk about the plot, what happened, the characters. Is the Ghostface good? It is, and about Wes Craven. So let's talk about the plot. So it's about 25 years later, after the original Woodsboro murders, the Ghostface, so a new killer in a Ghostface mask, and begins to target a group of teenagers that have secrets from the past.
Mm-hmm.
See, what do you think about this movie? What'd you rate it?
So y'all, honestly, you guys, I'll give it a 9. I felt like this is probably gonna be an unpopular opinion. I feel like it was better than Scream 4. Sorry, that's his favorite Scream. That was my least favorite Scream. I'm sorry. It was just, I feel like Scream 5 was better than Scream 4. I only have one complaint, and you know what it is. We're gonna get to it.
We're not gonna say.
We're not gonna say it now. But that was the only thing that I didn't like. But other than that, it was a good movie.
So, let's talk about the cast and the character.
Mm-hmm.
So, as everyone would know, the lovely and talented people, Neve Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette, they came back to this brand new movie as Sidney Prescott, Gail Weathers, and Dewey Riley. So, were you happy that they came back?
Yes. Every Scream that they're going to make, which I really hope they don't make, but we're going to talk about the end as well. Sidney and Dewey and Gail need to be in it. Like, they're the scary trinity. Like, not like Holy Trinity, but they're the scary trinity. Like, there are the dynamic trio in, oh my God. They're the dynamic trio in, like, every Scream movie, you know?
And Marley Shelton.
Who that?
Came back as Deputy Judy, who was also in Scream 4.
Yeah.
Now, let's talk about the new cast.
I liked her in this movie.
Mm-hmm. She went for a redo.
I know, she was very, like, relatable.
And who also returned for this movie, which is very shocking, because for me and Raven, when we saw this person come back, we were very shocked.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised they didn't announce it.
Yeah, because they didn't want it to be a surprise. It was a surprise.
Yeah.
Skeet, what's his name? Skeet, a.k.a. Billy Loomis.
Yes.
Who was in the first movie in the original Killer.
Now, I'm not gonna lie. They did him wrong, though. Should I tell them?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because spoilers alert. If you did not see Scream 5, exit out the video.
This movie would definitely have spoilers.
So, you know how Billy died in the first one, right? So, technically, they pretty much put a lot of makeup on him to make him look like his old self on Scream 1. And it's like, you guys, we can tell that you guys put a lot of makeup on him, you know? But yeah. But he was good, though.
So we have Melissa Barbera, who is the new Ghostface target and kind of the new Sidney.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you think of her character?
I liked her character, but I feel like they should have said Billy's daughter. Like, I feel like they kind of like stretched over that, because let's be honest, he was he's a teenager and he died. Not to say that didn't happen, but it's kind of like, y'all could have just said, oh, his sister, his half-sister, his cousin, his niece, his favorite cousin. You know, like, she could have been related to him in other ways. Why did it have to be his daughter, you know?
Not only he tried to kill Sidney and her mom.
Yeah.
He cheated on her.
Exactly.
I just felt like,
That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all did a little bit too much with that storyline. You know, like, just say that was, she's related to him, but, like, not his daughter. You know, like, what the fudge, you know?
And that is not the only legacy character in this movie. We also have Mason Gooding and Jasmine Savoy Brown, who is niece and nephew of Randy Meeks.
Mm-hmm.
They are another original survivor of the first Scream, but sadly died in the second Scream.
Yeah. He died too early.
And his sister. His sister was in the movie too.
Yeah. Which I was glad.
Now, I feel like they did Chad wrong because he was nothing like Randy, even though that he's Randy's nephew.
But his niece was like him, though. She was like him.
Now,
which usually that's how they always do. Like, if a girl character does this, out of like, they gonna make the next boy character like her. Or if it's like a guy, they gonna make the girl like him, you know?
Yeah.
This is good.
Mm-hmm, like I said. And now, Jenna Ortega, who plays Tara Carpenter, who was good. Fantastic in this movie.
Yeah, she is a good actress. She is a good actress. She is a good actress.
And who made history in the Scream franchise, because she was the opening scene, but she survived.
Yep. I like how they did that. That was a little spin to it. You know, like we all thought she'd go die, but she did it. That was a good one. I like that. Oh my God,
what if they did say they to Drew Barrymore? Scream would be so different.
It would. But I feel like Drew Barrymore's a good actress, so she would have killed it anyway, you know? Anyway, she would have killed it.
And we have Dylan Minnette, who plays Wes Hicks, who is the son of Judy Hicks.
He did good in this movie, too.
I still thought he was going to be the killer. But when I saw this movie, I realized he's not the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Or being nice with his front. But other than that,
I thought he was going to be the killer, too. He was kind of like in my predictions. I kind of thought that, too.
And another legacy character, Kyle Gallagher, who played Vince, who is the nephew of Stu Macher, a.k.a. Matthew Lillard, who was in the first Scream movie.
Mm-hmm. And
we also have Sonia Ben Amar, who played Liv. Girl with the pink hair.
She got on my nerves. Oh, Lord. She got on my nerves.
And for the two Ghostface killers, Mikey Madison, who played Amber, and Jack Quaid, who played Richie.
My predictions were true. My predictions of the killers were true.
See, both of us, we knew Amber was going to be the killer, but
she made it so obvious. She is weird. Something's wrong with her. She is weird.
We were very surprised when Richie was the killer.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the Scream 5 poster, I was like, okay, I think because he looks like a serial killer, but watching a movie, I'm like, okay, he really does love her. You know, he doesn't know nothing about stab. You know, he's from a small town. You know, he's just a regular dude. No.
Oh, it was great.
I was like, but if you want to be technical, I was still right though, because he was in my prediction. But then when I watched the movie, I was like, oh no, he's not. And then, you know, so technically I was right. But yeah, I was right for both killers. I was right.
So
I was right.
Who's your favorite OG character and who's your favorite new character?
Of course, OG character is
Sidney Prescott.
Sidney Gale and Dewey. Like, Sidney Gale and Dewey. Like, there's just, like, not, like, I love Sidney, but it's Sidney Gale and Dewey. Like, you have to add them, you know? Like, yeah. Sidney Gale and Dewey. Like,
for my new character, it's Tara and Wes.
Tara and Wes. Who is Wes?
Jenna and Dylan.
Yeah, I'll say that too. Third favorite would probably be Randy's niece.
Yeah, Mindy. She's my favorite too.
She would have been my third favorite character.
Now, the motive. What do you think of Amber?
Dumb as heck. It was very forced. I'm not gonna lie. Watching this movie, you guys, it's literally watching Scream 1, but in 2022 version.
Yeah, that's why.
Literally. It's literally like watching the original movie. Literally.
Yeah,
Literally.
that's why I feel like I like this movie because it reminds me a lot of the first Scream.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
But in this generation, like how they would do it. But it's literally watching this the first movie.
now, what do you think of Sam? Do you think she's the new Sydney? Do you think she'll be good enough to be the new Sydney?
Yeah, she did pretty good, she did pretty good. But I felt like Sydney was being weird. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm helping my psycho ex-boyfriend's daughter out."
I would
I feel like she was like, "In what planet? Like, in what universe is this happening?" You know, like
I would have been weird too.
I'm like, nothing against you, but your father was a psychopath,
and he tried to kill me.
Exactly. So, but if you want to be technically, if you want to think about it, Billy, Sydney, and Gail, they was all like helping each other out. If you want to be technical, but except Billy really wanted his daughter to be like the next killer, but I don't think she's a psychopath. I think she pretty much got her personality from her mom. Like her mom was like, "You're gonna be a good girl," but I feel like her daddy was alive. "You're gonna be a good girl and psycho." So that was just too much.
So let's dive into the movie. So in the opening scene, we see Jenna Ortega or Tara. She was texting Amber. She was fixing her some noodles. But then she gets a phone call from Ghostface.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom is out of town, and her sister was out of town. So she was getting called.
Her sister wasn't. She lives in like a different.
Oh yeah,
different like town, I guess.
So Tara has never seen Stab before. She only saw the first one, but that was years ago.
Mm-hmm.
You see, so when Amber, she was being stalked by the killer.
Mm-hmm.
Tara, she answered a couple of questions. She got one wrong. And then she grabbed the knife and went out the front door.
Mm-hmm.
But Ghostface popped up and sliced her stomach.
Mm-hmm.
And then she punched it and then she closed the door on him. But then here's the thing. The security system, it went back and forth.
Yeah.
I would have been scared.
I would have been scared too because I'm like, how in the heck are you doing that? Like,
I know.
Is there an app that you're doing that from?
I would have ran to my room and I would lock myself in. Like,
I would have did that low key because the Ghostface was already in the house. So I either would have went upstairs or I would have went outside.
Yeah, I would have hid. I would have hide.
I would have ran. I'm like, ran off on the plug. I would have ran. I would have scurried. She's a runner. She's a track star. I would have, ran,
Oh, no, she didn't.
I'm just saying, I would have ran. I would have ran.
So, newsflash, plot twist, no, twist one. She survived the attack. Thank goodness. So
because Ghostface did her brutal, I was just like this.
The kills were brutal. This
yes,
movie.
It was. Lord have mercy. I'm like, how the heck? I'm like, that's how you know it's a movie because ain't no way a human being is going. Ain't no way.
So, a day has gone past, and Sam and Richie, they were at work, and then Wes, aka Dylan Minnette, called Sam to let her know that Tara was attacked and she survived.
Mm-hmm.
But then she gets scared because Wes said that someone in a Ghostface mask attacked her sister.
Mm-hmm.
So they went back into town, and her and her fan group went to the hospital, and everyone was acting weird because they haven't seen Sam in a long time.
Yep.
So after that, they went to a bar to chat about the Ghostface and see who is the killer. Now after that, Pink Hair's girl X, he pulled up and Ghostface attacked him.
She was another weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I like her.
Well, good reason.
And she was also dating Randy's nephew.
Yes.
The girl with the pink hair. He was barely in a movie. Literally. Did you,
Who? Which one?
Like, did you think that Brady's nephew, he was
Oh,
like barely
yeah.
in a movie?
Oh, yeah. So, after that, we go back into the hospital where Tara is sleeping and Sam and Richie, they're watching her and keeping her safe. So Sam, she went to the break room to get some snacks, but then she gets a Ghostface call,
Yep.
and Ghostface says he knows their family secret, so when she hang up, Ghostface came out and attacked her.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, she survived because she's the new Sydney. So after that, Marley, Judy, the cop from Scream 4, she goes to the hospital to interrogate them to see who was the killer. But then more suspects comes up, and then Tara found out that Sam's dad is Billy Loomis.
Mm-hmm.
And so when Sam and Richie found out that Ghostface is going after them, they went to go see the one and only Dewey Riley, who will always be my deputy.
Mm-hmm.
So,
We
bad
love
news,
Dewey.
him and Gil divorced.
Okay.
We don't know why.
I'm sorry. They should have still been married. This how they should have did that. So, I understand long distance, I guess, was, like, what did you say that was, like, the cause of it? Like, long distance? But I felt like they could have made it work. Just long distance. Like, he goes up there, like, every weekend, or she comes. I don't know. I felt like, I didn't like how they said they were divorced. Like, it was kind of like, okay, because he clearly still loves her. I felt like she still loved him, you know, but I didn't like that. Why did they have to be divorced, you know? Okay, you can keep going.
Yes, so Dewey said there's 3 rules to survive a horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
1, never trust a love interest, and he was right.
Yeah.
2,
I really thought he was wrong. I'm like, dang, he was right.
2, the killer is always a part of a friend group,
Yes.
which he was right.
Literally.
And the 3rd rule, which was... Oh, the killer is going to be superhuman. You always go for the head.
And or the heart, but mostly do the head. That's what I be telling every scary movie. I'm like, kill the person in the head. Just, they don't listen. They don't listen.
You know what I realized?
What?
Michael Myers keep coming back because they never shot him in the head. No, I feel like that wouldn't work. Because remember to try to burn him alive and he still came back.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, y'all, sidetrack.
Oh my god, do you think it's because he has a vet? No, that can't protect you.
No.
If he had a vet.
I feel like he made a deal with the devil. I feel like he did that.
Yeah, because
Or
isn't that
he
why he was trying to kill, whatchamacallit?
His sister.
Yeah, because he made a deal with that word, but you know.
Yeah, but I would feel like how that's not going to make sense since he was 6 when he first killed somebody. So I feel like that's not going to make sense.
No, I feel like you could still do. I feel like anybody can make a deal. It don't matter how old you are, you know? Because, you know, like the Ouija board, you can, I mean, that's not making a deal, but you know, the Ouija board. Anyway, sorry, wrong movie.
Back
but
then. Okay,
still,
back to now. Okay.
You know.
So, do we say he didn't want to help them because he didn't want to die? Rest in peace. So, they went to gather all the friend group and says, but Dewey came back to help them because he still has that kind of heart.
Mm-hmm.
And he called Sydney. He texted Gil, said that the killer's back and do not come back.
Wait, pause. I don't know if you said this, but Dewey is not a sheriff anymore.
He's not.
So my thing is, so why was he still there? He should have went with Gail if he not the sheriff. Oh no, but he did it after they divorced. But still, I'm sorry. I'm still stuck on Dewey. I'm sorry.
So, yeah, Sam told everyone that She is the daughter of Billy Loomis, aka the original killer.
Mm-hmm.
And Mindy, who is Randy's niece, told everyone that they're in the middle of a requel, a remake sequel.
Mm-hmm. A reboot, basically.
Oh yeah. So they say a requel is a reboot of a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a sequel, but it's gonna give you vibes of the first movie.
That's literally what this movie was, literally.
So they said that that Sam is the star of this requel.
Mm-hmm.
So after that, we go to Deputy Judy and Wes. Wes was taking a shower where Judy was picking up her sushi order, but then she got a call from Ghostface saying that he's gonna kill her son next. So she raced back home. She made it in time, but then Ghostface pops up and killed Judy.
Yes, that was so sad because I thought Wes was going to see his mama die. I was like, oh my god,
I'm so glad they did that.
I know.
I would have cried.
For real, that
cried.
was so sad. I was like,
So
and then of course Ghostface killed Wes.
So after Wes got into the shower, he set up for dinner, but when he saw his front door open, he closed it, and then Ghostface came out and then kind of stabbed him in the neck.
That was so sad. I was rooting for him. I'm like, dang, I thought he was gonna be like one of the ones that was still gonna be like alive at the end, but they killed him. They killed him and his mama. That was so sad.
So Sam found out the news, and that's where Gail came back. Oh, the reason why she's not Woodsboro anymore, because she has
her own talk show.
Yeah, it's not Top Story again. She's working with a different newscast.
Yeah. So I guess she's like a reporter.
Yeah. So
but she always was. She's a talk show host. That's how I would say it. She's a talk show host.
So Dewey and Gail, they're talking about their feelings and about they should have never done a divorce.
They shouldn't have.
Yeah, they shouldn't have.
Like what the
So when Sam found out that there was no cause to protect her sister and realized that Ghostface was going after Tara again, her and Dewey rushed back to the hospital. Mm-hmm. But when Tara realized that Ghostface was in a hospital, she went into her wheelchair and she tried to get out. But Richie, he was going to protect her, but then Ghostface slit his arm.
Mm-hmm.
Like he did with Tatum in the first one.
Yeah.
But Sam and Dewey shot Ghostface, but he missed. So everyone got out, but Dewey sacrificed himself. Then he died.
Yes. It's a moment of silence.
Moment of silence begins now. Dear God, we lost a legendary character. His name is Dwight Dewey Riley. He survived the first 4 movies, and now he is dead. We really hope that you guys take good care of him. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
Amen.
What the fudge? Like, why did they kill Dewey?
Mad. I didn't care about Judy that much since I didn't have that connection with her. But when Dewey died, my heart stopped.
I feel bad for Judy because of like her son. Like, you know, that's why I feel bad for Judy. But Dewey, you killed one of the scary Trinity. You killed one of the scary Trinity. Like, and then I was thinking about Gail. I was like, oh my gosh, Gail is gonna take it hard. Why did y'all kill Dewey? Why? Even if y'all killed Gail, I would still be upset. Don't kill the scary Trinity. Like, don't do it, you know?
And when Gail went to the hospital, she saw his dead body.
She was crying.
She screamed and cried.
She was like, that's my best friend. I was like, I know, girl.
That's not your best friend. That's the love of your life.
Yeah, that's the love of your life.
Stop with that fake tears.
Why? Why did they do that? They killed one of the scary Trinities. Oh my god. That was so sad. Anyway. So yeah, what did they do after that?
Sydney found out what happened and she came back to help.
Mm-hmm.
So Sam said that they're gonna do what no one else did. They're gonna get out of Woodsboro and wait for the killer to be caught. Her, Tara, and Richie, they left, but then Sydney and Gail talked to Sam, and they wanted to help her out and say that this is your life now, and they want her to stay and kill the killer.
Yeah.
So at first, Sam refused, so she went back. But then Tara, she forgot her inhaler, so she went to Amber's house to grab her backup. Oh, and at Amber's house, they're having a party to dedicate it to Dylan Minette's character.
In Amber's house, guess what?
It's Steelmacher's house from the original.
Exactly. I was like, what are the freaking odds? Like, what the heck? But that looked like a good party, though. I was like, hey, you know?
Don't do my moves. So, Chad and Liv, they kind of had a beef, so Liv went out, and then Chad, he went to go look for her.
Mm-hmm.
So when he was trying to look for her, Ghostface popped out and stabbed him multiple times.
Yep. Oh my God, dang Ghostface.
But you want to know the weird thing is? Mindy, who is Randy's niece, she was watching Stab.
I know.
Oh, and you guys don't know, Stab is the movies within a movie.
Based off of their lives.
It's based off their lives.
Like Sydney, Sydney's life, basically.
It was kind of funny, because when she was going to get stabbed, Randy looked like he was about to get stabbed.
Yeah.
He was on that, they were on that scene.
Yeah.
So everyone...
And he did. He tried to kill her, you know?
So everyone, they went home at the party when they found out Ghostface was here.
Mm-hmm.
But then Chad got stabbed, Mindy got stabbed, and
the pink hair girl.
Yeah, pink hair hurt girl, she died because Amber shot her in front of everyone. So we learned that Amber was the killer.
And I was right. But like I said, she made it too obvious. She was a weirdo. I'm sorry. Not to say if you weird. Nah, she was making it obvious. I'm like, she is a killer. I'm like, does everybody not see that she's the killer? I'm just like.
And so Sydney
my gosh.
Sydney and Gil, they went to Steelmacher's house, and then when Amber was acting like she got stabbed, which she did not,
Mm-hmm.
she shot Gil, but Gil survived, and Sydney tried to shoot her, but she missed.
Mm-hmm.
She went back to the house, and she had so much trauma.
Yeah.
I would have trauma, too.
I would have, too. I'm like, deja freaking vu. I'm like, why am I here? I'll just...
And that house looked exactly the same.
Literally. Like, they did, like, no decoration. It's literally the same house. Just, like, what the heck? And then Richie was nowhere to be found. And then he made his appearance. I love the killer, too. I'm just like, you know what? At this point...
So Sydney went up the stairs. She shot every door to see where the killer is. But then Sydney shot Richie, and that's where Amber in a Ghostface mask popped out. And Sydney fought her. And then when Sam grabbed the gun, Richie grabbed the knife and stabbed her on the side.
Yeah. And of course, that's when they put Sydney and Sam into the kitchen. And Amber and Richie is basically telling their dumb plot. And it was dumb as heck. I'm like, just say because...
They wanted to give Hollywood an idea for another Stab movie. I know.
Dumb.
So where Amber tried to find Tara grabbed her wrist and then she beat the crap out of her.
Mm-hmm.
She was like,
ah! Yeah, and I know Tara was betrayed because she's like, Biscuit, you're my best friend and you did this. I'm telling you, it be your own peoples. I'm trying to tell you, it be your own peoples.
And then Sam attacked Richie, and then Gail got her revenge and went after Amber because Amber killed Dewey.
Mm-hmm.
So they burned Amber alive. They burned Amber alive. Then they shot her. No, Tara shot her.
They burned Amber alive?
Yeah, after they shot her, she went to the stove and then she burned.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Tara shot Amber. Sam stabbed Richie in the throat, and
Mhm.
everyone was safe.
Yeah. So yeah.
So the
Oh,
news,
and Mindy and
Mindy.
and her brother, they were alive. They were just hurt.
So Sydney and Gail survived, thank goodness.
I know.
Sam, Tara, Chad, and Mindy, they also survived the movie.
Yeah. So
And that's the end of the movie. And it said for Wes.
yeah, it was a good movie. Like I said, I kind of thought it was better than Scream 4.
Do you think?
But I feel like Jill's plot in Scream 4 was better than Scream 5.
It was
Because
better.
you try to get Hollywood. Like, come on now. Like, they could have came up with a better plot than that. Like, they should have been like, oh, because we know that Billy's daughter is alive. Da, da, da. That would have sounded more like realistic than you want to give Hollywood another stab movie. That was kind of dumb. So I felt like Jill's motive in the fourth movie was better than their motive in the fifth movie. You know, like, it was better.
So that is the end of Scream 5.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think Wes would be proud of this movie?
Maybe. But I kind of don't. I feel like Scream didn't need a fifth. Like, I don't want Scream to be all the rest of the scary movies that we had like 13 scary movies, and it's like after a certain amount, it's like, okay, when are y'all gonna just end it? You know?
Yes. So Scream 6 is happening. They just announced it, and they're gonna film it this summer.
Who's gonna be in it?
I don't know. Probably the survivors of Scream.
I
5
hope
is gonna
City
be
and Gail is in it, and y'all better not kill Gail. Y'all better not kill Gail or Sydney.
Yeah, they're trying to get Nev to come back, but we don't know about Courtney yet.
Yes, don't kill the scary Trinity. Like, you already killed one, don't kill the
It's
others.
a scary duo now. It's
God
scary.
dang, but it's like the scary trick. Like, why did they do that?
Yeah.
Ugh. Stop pushing me.
I love you, sis.
Ugh.
So we give this movie
I'll give it a 9.
I'll give it an 8. Scream 5, you know why.
Mm-hmm. Because you
So,
killed Dewey.
so the deaths were good. Ghostface was good, but he was sloppy and brutal because he let some of these people alive.
Yes.
And
Very
he was
brutal.
brutal. Very,
Very brutal.
very, very brutal.
I was like, that's how you know it's a movie, because how are they still alive? How are they still alive?
Overall, this is a good sequel.
Mm-hmm. Better than the fourth one. Sorry.
Don't disrespect.
It was better. It was better than the fourth one.
Don't disrespect my favorite Scream movie.
It was my worst scary movie.
So,
Don't hurt
Scream 5 is in my top 3. My top 3 is Scream 1, 4, and 5. What's your top 3? Okay, so her rating.
I'd probably say 1, 2, or 5.
Her rating is.
Actually, no, 1, 2, or 3, because Dewey was still alive. So 1, 2, 3.
Okay, her rating is Scream 1, 2, 3, 5, and 4.
Mm-hmm.
So, overall, this movie is a good sequel to the saga.
Please
And
go watch it.
you guys should go watch it before it's too late.
Mm-hmm.
So, this is Mr. Shady, and what's her name?
Pinky, Pinky, and I'm so fly. Make sure you subscribe to my channel at Pinky's Entertainment and The Pinky Show. I love you guys.
Why do I have you on my show?
I love you,
Why?
Shadies. You should
Why?
call your Shady side a Shady.
Why do I have you on my show? Goodbye, y'all.